Yeah, any impressions from the game today?
They worked hard. 4 goals, that's always a positive. Some of the defending maybe might not be the positive, but overall it was a good way to end our camp here in Seattle.
Anyone make an impression on you?
I probably have to watch the film first, Jeremiah, because again, my expectations were them to put the work in. I'll look at some of the soccer stuff in a little more detail, but obviously, the goals came off of pressure, defensive pressure. We worked a lot on our defending, higher up the field, immediate chase. We always try and do that, a little more aggressive stance. So I thought that was a positive. But happy to see Jordan, Leo score goals. I mean, it was good.
So you've been talking a bit this preseason about changing the way you guys build out of the
Yep.
back. Did you feel like you were seeing that today?
Yeah,
Like what you
I'm
see?
sure you guys saw it. It was a little bit different. But there's times when it looks not that dramatic. I mean, Nuhu still goes wide sometimes. Alex has always played higher up the field. So it's not a drastic change. It's just changes in certain moments to give the players a few more ideas and a little bit more help in case we're stuck trying to get into the opponent's half of the field.
Is there anything to be made of as far as the way that you lined them up? It seemed like Kmart was playing.
No,
So it's not like second
he's
team, first team.
nope. He's had some niggly injuries, so we just had to make preparations. It was a little skewed, Jada. Yes, it was. That's very astute of you. But final decisions won't be made till we're in Spain.
When you say injuries, what or little problem? What was?
Everybody's a little sore. It's just preventative. Everybody's sore. They're going to be more sore after this running.
I guess, Brian, talk about Christian and Jordan, Simon, and staying with the club for.
I think it's great. Alan, thank you for the question. That's a softball. Two really good human beings, fine young men. They've been with us for a long time. I think they embody a lot of the things that we think are important here. Their work in the community, Jordan's, work with diabetes, everything. I can't say enough about what good people they are, and their on-field performances have matched or exceeded what they do off the field. They've been very valuable, very important members of a lot of games, championships for the club. So I'm very happy about that.
When you have players that like that, is it more of keep giving me the same of what you have, or is it like, oh, what can you do more this year?
Jada, thank you for that. You guys are on point today. I brought both of those young men into my office in front of the entire coaching staff and outlined expectations about pushing them to do more, about Jordan's, staying on the left, and he's really bought into some of the new tactical ideas. Cristian in a leadership role. I actually laid out some expectations. They're fully on board. They're not going to get complacent because now they've signed a big contract. That's not in the cards. We want to push them to their absolute limit, and they're happy to do that.
Is that conversation, was that pre-training camp, or was that recently?
It was this morning.
Oh, wow.
That's why your question was so good.
Brian, what do you remember about Christian as a 19-year-old when you got here?
I remember going to the. That's another great question. So when Ziggy was a coach, I would go to the UW and watch their practices when he first came, when he was a freshman and a sophomore. He was always one of the hardest working guys on the field, always smart, good, powerful, everything that you see now. He was like that already at college. And that's why, Kurt Schmidt and I were adamant that Ziggy and Garth signed Christian. We were trying to, do that around the table to get Christian because we'd seen him already at practice for the UW.
I seem to remember Siggy trying to get MLS to sign him to a GA contract after his freshman year. Do you remember?
I don't remember any of that, but okay.
He was impressing you guys even as a freshman, right?
Yeah, well, Ziggy watched games and everything, but I actually went to the practice sessions, and I think that's where sometimes you can get a really good feel for who that player is in the training environment, not just in the game environment. Because Cristian, remember his last year in that combine, he wasn't great in that combine, but we knew we had the inside story.
Coach, thinking about the Club World Cup, with the 50th anniversary of the club coming up next year, is the participation in the tournament of this caliber a reflection of the club's ambition moving forward?
Sure. I mean, we've always been a winning club. We try and win every game, championships, Cascadia Cup, MLS Cups, Open Cups. I think this, yes, ties in nicely with the 50th year anniversary that we were the first MLS team to get there. So yeah, it's another good storyline for you guys to write about. In 50 years, these are the things that we've accomplished.
What do you hope the players take away from this once-in-a-lifetime experience at the Club World Cup?
Well, I hope they take away a lot of prize money, good experiences, 3 games, not 1. There's a lot of things I hope for.
Do you feel like it had to be y'all though too, like with the history and the sustained success that you guys have had, that you would be that team? I know there's
well, teams were close. There were some other teams that were close, Jada, and credit to them as well. But, you know, we were the ones that pushed it over the line.
What do you hope to accomplish in Marbella that you either have
just final tune-ups, and we've got games against some good opponents, Hammarby and Wolfsberger. So it'll be good final tune-up.
Coach Brian, how ready do you see the team from your perspective for traveling?
Good. I mean, today was good. The first 45 minutes were very, very good. The second 30 minutes was, you know, we'll talk to him about some of the stuff, but overall I was pleased.
Coach,
spit it out, or else we're going to get those guys here because they're cold.
Leon Chu is a guy who has progressively
been better this year.
I just wanted to know, he seemed like the defending component of his game lately looked a little bit better. Is that something that he's improved on?
That's effort. That's extra effort to try and help his team, and it's been very good.
The 4 goals, it was, who were the 4 goals today? I just want to make sure I got it right.
Well, you'll have to ask someone else because I know it was Jordan, Leo, Hebert, and Ongo, and Yaimar. But don't print that. Don't print that.
Yeah, that's so the Ongo. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, it wasn't 4, but okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Coach, sorry, Hebert is a player that has also at times played out wide. Is that something that you?
No, I see him more central. And he looked good today. He just missed on that header. I mean, he looked sharp today. So that's a good thing for me.